students, welcome to Step 5 of your research process for your persuasive article. Step 5 is a very important step because it's virtually a rough draft of what your article will become. As you can see at the top, it starts with an introduction, which will be your first paragraph. There are 3 body paragraphs, one for argument A, one for argument B, and then one for your counter-argument. The final paragraph will be a conclusion paragraph. I'd like to start by talking about your introduction, primarily the thesis statement in your introduction. As you know, on Step 4, you wrote a thesis statement. Hopefully by now you have some feedback so you know if your thesis statement works or not. If you got good feedback and it works, then please put your thesis statement straight onto Step 5, right here. However, if you got some feedback that something needed to be reworked, please rework it before you put your thesis statement here. When the teachers read your thesis statement on Step 5, they're going to expect to see the most up-to-date version of it. Let's move on to talk about your body paragraphs. We'll come back to intro in another step. Paragraph 2 and 3 are for argument A and B. So when we say argument A and B, we're talking about what you listed as argument A and B back here on Step 4. If these sentences are working too, or if they're phrases that can easily be made into sentences, go ahead and take them and use them as your topic sentences here. Remember, topic sentences should be broad and serve as an umbrella for the rest of the paragraphs. Once you have your topic sentences in place, it's time to go back and find supporting evidence that would work to help argue your point. This could be examples, statistics, or details. You are welcome to go back to SIRS to look for this information, but you should also go back to Steps 2 and 3 and look at some of the information you've already taken the time to gather. If going back to Steps 2 and 3 does not give you enough information for this, let me show you a few places in SIRS that could be helpful. So you are welcome, if you need to go to these topics down here. A lot of these are very recent as December 2015. But remember, you should be able to get a lot of information from the top 3 articles on whichever side it is that you're arguing for. A couple other places of interest that might help are over here under the research tools. You are welcome to return to the topic overview. There might be parts of the topic overview that you haven't read yet, such as this. You could look at the perspectives. You could also look at global impact and statistics. There's also a timeline feature, so if you're looking for some broader information about your topic and related topics to it, this timeline will take you through very early dates up until present dates. And there are some links in here that might be helpful if you're looking for some background information on your topic. You could visit the global impact if you're thinking about trying to tie in some examples about maybe places other than the US. This can take you to some other countries, keeping in mind your international mindedness as an MYP student. Don't forget to also add a closing sentence. It could be something like your topic sentence, but would also need to serve as a transition into your next paragraph. So it's going to depend on where that paragraph is located, what goes into the closing sentence. Okay, students, those are the most important parts to get you started for Step 5. Your thesis statement revised, paragraph 2 and 3, which are argument A and B. Please tune into the next screencast to talk about paragraph 4, your counter-argument, and your intro and your conclusion. Thanks, students, and good luck continuing your research.